Hello everyone and welcome back to Abundant Automation. So let's finish off this last bit of the railway expansion we did. Just to, well, connect the east and the west once again. And for one, make the oil flow. That's coming in from oil 2 and 3. And for another, I also want to maybe at some point get to claiming some iron and copper deposits in the west. So we'll see about that. Whether or not that's actually going to happen, I'm still not 100% certain, because I kind of like the idea of, well, expansion only happening in one direction and exploiting the setup of RSO. But on the other hand, I mean, a deposit like this one, it would really be a shame not to take it. These two as well. So, yeah, I'm still not 100% certain. But I think the next thing we'll do is take those two, this one and that one, because we're both in need of iron and in need of copper, so we might as well do them both in one shot. Alright, so over here, not much of a surprise. No, this isn't the way it works. Need to take the inner part of the curve and then work from that. But this is most definitely going to work. Alright, then that's all she wrote. Let's just, for the sake of having it done correctly, bring in some signals here. We don't nearly have enough trains running through here to make any difference, but we will hopefully at some point. So we should be prepared for that, and that's already confirmation that the thing's actually working. I don't think there's more than one train that actually needs to go through here. I mean, coal is going directly to coal, stone's going directly to stone, and iron, copper, iron also don't need to take this path. So yeah, the only train that's going there is, well, now going there. Let me see. Oil unload. Yes, you're going to oil 2 and 3. I want to take a look at you for a minute to see whether you actually go to where you to go. Yeah, so it seems to work out quite nicely, which is just what we wanted. So that's a hooray on that end. And pretty much all we'd set out to do anyway. I'm halfway tempted to put down a radar over there to monitor how many of these did already get done. Right, let's have a look. So these are all empty. Not really sure why there's oil refineries in here, but hey, who am I to know? Alright, let's get rid of a couple of these excess items. Alright, and then over here, alright, that's a problem that I don't want to deal with. Having trees in the way, I mean, come on. We've been over this. Trees and the factory, they're not supposed to be in the same place. Right, so up here we can just take a little bit more of the good old tree forest. Also destroy a couple rocks. There seems to be something missing here. I'm not entirely certain whether that's a problem of the timeout or of supply in general. So did we have enough supply and just not enough bots to serve in time? Or did we have enough bots, but the supplies weren't produced quickly enough. That's a tough one indeed. Alright, so we'll just spend a couple of minutes cleaning this up. Well, we will want to expand pretty soon anyway. So let me just go over here, take this, this blueprint once again. Yeah, I should probably delete the other blueprint from the foreman blueprint menu. Alright, so that's once again set up. Now let's very quickly have a look at how many. Yeah, it's only enough for one. We only have enough solar panels for one of these solar fields, so I really don't see a compelling reason to throw down any more. But we're looking pretty solid nonetheless. It's 3.6k solar panels. That leaves us with, let's see, 3,600 times 42 is a 151 megawatts. That's not too shabby, and I think that should do us for as long as we don't do any productivity or speed module business. Alright, there they all come. Trying to take away my items. Alright, so next up on the menu, as I said, will be a little bit of an expansion. Not the biggest one, and as I said, I'll probably end up showing extended expansions, extended outpost building sessions. End up not showing them, rather. A bit of a brain fart there. But what I will definitely do is show this first one. Oh, hang on. Hang on even further. Right, let me just grab 10 from down there. There we go. Right, that I also don't need. And the rest's pretty okay the way it is. If I put these in the trash, they will automatically end up in the outpost builder, so no problem there. Alright, that's looking rather solid. Yeah, so I'll probably end up switching this whole thing. So by thing, I not only mean Factorio, but the whole channel to stream gameplay and only uploading VODs chunked off into nice 20 or 30 minute pieces to YouTube. Pretty shortly, actually. I suppose it's gonna happen this week, the transition. So that's, I think what this will end up doing is that I will have this playlist you're supposedly watching right now be just the raw gameplay, no editing, no nothing, the way it's been before and the way it will be once I start streaming. And then I'll probably start producing sort of highlight videos or maybe even tutorials on how I did certain things and what my reasoning behind them was. So maybe I'll do a spotlight episode on this rail yard, and maybe do a spotlight episode on the furnaces, on the train network as a whole, and the oil setup. That could all be things that I might end up doing. So yeah, but I'll definitely have a separate video talking about that. And yeah, I suppose we'll see some changes to the channel in general in the coming week. Alright, so where was I? I wanted to show off the Outpost builder, so let's hop into it. Well, there's really not much to show off with this thing, aside from, well, just going and building an outpost and, well, demonstrating that there's really there's enough of every material in there to actually make a difference. And now this is where four lane tracks really become a good thing, because while I'm occupying this, I'm pretty slow. I'm not going at full speed or full throttle right now, but I'm definitely slower than a 1-2 that might want to go by. So what I would want to do is have 2 lanes going in both directions, so that's 4 lanes in total, and then faster trains would be able to overtake slower ones on the outsides. Well, that would definitely be a step upward. But it really, to be fair, it really only matters if you're doing automatic trains with different lengths. So if you have, say, for instance, war trains that have that are 262, and then I don't know, coal trains that are only 1-2, or 2-6 and 1-2. Let's stick with our single-headed example. Then that would make a lot of sense. It would almost be mandatory, because over the long run, your small and fast trains would have no real benefit, because half of the time, or depending on how many of those large trains you have, but a lot of the time they would be stuck behind slower trains and not really be doing much of the accelerating they were built to do. So yeah. But I think in the end I want, regardless of whether we're doing different sizes of trains, I'll probably end up wanting 4 lanes anyway, just because I think it looks cool. And it's a bit of an engineering challenge to get all the junctions and the junctions and stations right, and switches. So yeah, that will definitely be something. Alright, so what do I want here? This is the station for thingamajigers, the ore outpost. Then I also want a mining column loaded up here. And well, that's it. Well, maybe also the 2-lane junction. Alright, so what do we do now? Well, very simple actually. We take a bunch of these, and we take and we are completely lost at what we actually want to do here. So a couple of these, and now this is where an automatic system would come in really, really handy. Because the way it is right now, I have to run around manually and grab the stuff here. But with the system that I had in mind, I would just plant a blueprint that sticks just a couple of chests, unloading the entire train here, and putting all of the contents into passive provider chests, and then also setting up a roboport with the construction bots that are in here. So that then I only have to place down the blueprints, and I don't actually have to worry about what's in my inventory and what's not. It's just going to take everything out of the outpost builder essentially. And then after I'm done, I would just reverse all the inserters, deconstruct the whole unloading thing, and be gone. But yeah, the way it is right now, we're just doing it this way. Also, I'm still running a few outdated blueprints here, which I will fix momentarily. So let's first take this one. You're definitely going all the way. And then we'll take this, our canonical version of it. Put it into our hotbar. And then you will be the new and final version of the mining column. And that will also mean this mining column. What do we do? Edit? Blueprint? No, export. I don't want to export. So let's just delete it. And plus, you will once again be the mining column. Import, and there we go. Right, the same thing will have to happen with the ore loading station. I'll keep an eye out for that. But first, let's set up the rest of this. Oops. Alright, there you go. We probably should also take a minute to map this deposit. There you are. Alright, I know we just need a station. I think I want to have this station come out underneath this, because I don't like how cramped this would look with the two junctions here so close together. So yeah, that is what we're gonna do. Make a little bit of room here. So this one's still too close. We're just gonna take this pole, put a junction in there, and then we can just take this and stick it right up to, it was just a little problem with the signals there. All good now. Question is, what are we missing? And that's also a very nice feature. We can just go now and see, alright, we do need smart chests. We do need, well, belts we will do, and we also need fast inserters. Oh, and the combinator. Where did I put these? Somewhere down here. There they are. And another bonus once this automated, so fully automated outpost building thing is online, would be that I no longer have to, well, when I'm coming back to base right now, I have to make all of this into an orderly inventory again, which wouldn't have to happen with the automated loading and unloading of the train here. Alright, so you are now our number 3. There you go. We should also take care that this is the correct blueprint now. So all of this essentially, we can do without the signals there. Let's once again take the train stop as the icon. And then we'll say, Mr. Foreman, please forget about ore outpost. And Mr. Foreman, I have an ore outpost for you. Import, close. Alright. And now of course all of this is the wrong way around. That's not really a problem. We'll just revert it. We have 4 lines here, which is pretty much perfect. I think we'll just want to flip these around so that we enter directly from this end. We'll go underneath here. And then somewhere up here we're going to have a collision. This is the left one, right? So we're doing 1, 2. No, we can most certainly do this. Like so. And like so. Hang on. There you go, that's better. And now you go down there. Right, we also need you to work on iron ore. Clickety clickety. And then about the last thing is power up here. And power down there. Oh yes, and we'll probably need a train. Some people suggest that you need a train to serve as a train station. Yeah, we'll get the other train out of the way. Let's just look out for the next train that we have here. Yeah, there we are. Train storage. We'll just go up to you and say, alright, you no longer need to go to train storage. You go to iron unload and then to iron 3. Now you'll go directly there. Then we'll set up a quick route for this, which will say, alright, read from UI, you're now iron 3. Save. And we want you to leave iron unload when you're empty and iron 3 when full. Save the line, return to player. And now all we need to do is get you out of the way. It's very hard to tell when we actually succeeded with getting out of the way. But I suppose we'll want to go down here anyway at some point. So let's just back up all the way. Oh, that was quick. That was frighteningly quick. But we have our full 3k iron. Alright, so that's that. That's definitely a step up in speed from the previous way to do it. And you could imagine that we can just do this one outpost after the other. So I could go, I don't know, out here and just do a first run with a FAL, laying down the backbone of all this, and then have the FAL go back home, call up this outpost builder train to my position, and then just go ahead and go boom, 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 4 outposts, go back home, and enjoy free resources. Almost free resources. Alright, that's definitely going to be something. One quick thing I want to do here is just rename this so that it matches the name of the station. And then we are good. Alright, so that is going to be it for this episode. Until the next time, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Discrind, and I shall see you soon.